Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how are you doing? So, in today's ASMR video, we are going to take a look at some maps for when you're still awake at 3 AM. So we've got 21 slides to take a look at. I've done a couple of these videos before on the channel, so make sure if you're new around here, click subscribe and click like if you enjoy the content as well. Okay, you ready? Let's go. Okay, so this first one, bearing in mind I got all of these from Google and I don't know how true they all are, but do drop a comment and let me know. Total alcohol consumption per capita in 2016, and as you can see there are several places in the world with a higher consumption of alcohol, namely, curiously, Portugal, Ireland. I've got lots of Irish friends, so I can account for that. Then we got places like, that looks like the Czech Republic, Australia, New Zealand, curiously Nigeria, which is a great part of Muslim countries, so I found that quite strange, and Russia, no shock there, and Finland, Uruguay as well, and looks, I think that's Vietnam as well, the darker one there, and Korea. Oh gosh, yeah, Korea. I've been to Korea. I could definitely vouch for that one. And of course the Muslim area of the world as being the lightest coloured one there. Okay, next, empires. Now I didn't copy the whole of this map, so as you can imagine, Portugal here, you can see Brazil, and Spain would be all Mexico, etc. But yeah, there are some interesting ones. The Russian Empire. I really like the one about Sweden's empire going over here to Estonia and Finland, etc. It's quite an interesting one. And is that the Kalmar Union, or am I getting that mixed up? And then Poland, Lithuania used to be massive. The Ottoman Empire, obviously huge. Safavid Empire, current Iran. The Qing Empire, the precursor of the Chinese state. The Mughal Empire, the precursor of India. And lots and lots of others you can see there. In this particular one, the Russian Empire and the Ottoman Empire are the largest. Oh yes, the Austrian one there. It's quite big as well. Oh yes, and the Danish. So Denmark, Norway, Iceland and Greenland, all in Denmark. Oh, and the Faroe Islands as well. Okay, the top 30 countries with the greatest projected population increase and decrease between 2020 and 2100. So Niger is predicted to have the largest population increase. Niger is around here somewhere. Where are you? It's next to Nigeria. There we are. There you are in the middle there. That's Niger. A plus 761% compared to Portugal. Oh, let's go Moldova first. So Moldova is next to Ukraine. It's in between the Ukraine and Romania, so it's just here. Minus 53. Bulgaria, which is just down here, next to Turkey, minus 50. And then Romania and Poland, minus 43, minus 42. South Korea's on the list as well. Portugal, Ukraine, Croatia, Greece, Estonia. Whereas the population increase is mostly Africa. Also Iraq. Iraq is plus 291%. Interestingly, China is on the decrease, as is Japan, two enormously populated countries. Obviously China even more so than Japan, a lot more. China is going to be, where is it? Minus 28%. It more or less reached its peak. Interesting maps of Europe. I nicked this from a thumbnail, I'm sorry. Credit to whoever it goes to. It's not mine. Nuclear power, yes, apparently. Britain, Spain, France, Germany, Sweden, Finland, Ukraine, Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland, etc. No to Ireland, Portugal, Norway, Denmark, Iceland, Poland, Italy, Greece, Serbia, Belarus, etc. Average salaries 5,000 for Ireland, Norway, Iceland, Finland, Germany, Denmark, Belgium, Switzerland and Austria. The lowest goes to Russia, Belarus, Ukraine, Moldova, and then the Balkan states on the bottom here, not including Croatia or Slovenia, so it's more Bosnia, Serbia, Bulgaria, etc. Most common job held by immigrants. I thought this was super interesting. Again, no idea about the this could be totally fake data. This apparently is from 2013 American Community Survey. Could just be someone's opinion or made up, who knows. But college teachers, I think this is Maine here, and Michigan, college teachers, truck drivers. This is Montana, I think, at the top here. And then miscellaneous agricultural workers in California, housekeepers in Texas and Florida. What else do we see here? Waiters, cooks, butchers in the Midwest, home health aides, janitors, construction workers. Curious. Software developers, nurses, cashiers. Sorry about my little comment. Wales looks fancy. So I'm from Wales, and Wales is not very different. If the sea levels go up as high as they say they will, then, you know, I'm fine. I think it just expresses how mountainous Wales is. And I think the problem with that as well is I would imagine if this scenario is real, then the heavily populated areas, particularly London, look at that, so basically the largest population density in England is going to have to leave. Well, you're going to go to, you know, the Highlands and Wales, aren't you? And up north. That presents a problem, particularly in Wales, because we can't, we're happy to take people, but there's nowhere to build, because it's a mountain, there's nowhere to grow crops, to feed everyone. So yeah, that's been an issue, but yeah, I grew up in Swansea, which is just there on the seaside, so I think a little bit of us is underwater, but the rest of us are fine. Hurrah! Right. This doesn't say on this, but actually this is to do with the popular meats in the region. So I really like the fact that in the northern tip, reindeer is the major meat. In the desert is camel. And then South America is like llamas, vicuñas. And then over here in Europe you got goats and sheep. Cattle in lots of the world. Any other random ones? Buffaloes. I don't think they're... Oh yeah, buffaloes in... No, that's a yak, is it? No, that's a sheep. Where's a yak? Oh, buffaloes are... there. Interesting. I would have expected some over here, but there we go. Okay. Aussie. Oi. So I did a video, I think a while, oh god, maybe it was like as many as 9 months ago, where I picked up Australia and dragged it around the world on the Real World Map website to show you how massive Australia is. So this is another illustration of that. We've got another one coming up of Australia soon. That one I'm less sure of. This one I'm pretty confident is correct. So it spans all the way from Wales here down to Turkey. So Istanbul is just there. And Africa is also very big, just to clarify. So it can fit Mexico, China, all of Western Europe and Eastern Europe, India, the Iberian Peninsula of Spain and Portugal, the United States and Japan. How crazy. crazy is that? So this hit me hard in the feels because I am that generation. I'm 41 at the moment. I just turned 41 like this last week, and I was that generation of kids that didn't have the internet in their house, right? That didn't have smartphones, didn't have phones. So yeah, when in 2012, I left university and I got my first job, and Internet Explorer was the done thing. Mozilla Firefox, if you were cool. Google Chrome, I don't think we even had that. And Opera was an option, and now look at it. Google Chrome just everywhere, and I'm one of those people, I have to say. Apart from good old Greenland, who have Safari, well done to you. But yeah, when I was young, I nearly said it, guys, I nearly said it. There was all sorts of options out there, but there's such a monopoly on everything now. Work-life balance. Average hours worked per worker per week. This is an interesting one. Now, France have changed to a much shorter week. It's not 28, this is including part-time workers. I think it's something like, it's not, is it 20? I can't remember now what it is. But some people love it, some people say that actually they end up really stressed because in the time they're in work they have to do way more. So it's interesting to know what people think. But also that Russia has the longest hours. Curiously, Ireland is right up there as well. I wonder if, so it just hit me that, you know, maybe some of these are agricultural as well, because there's a lot of agriculture, and obviously farm workers work horrifically long hours. Could that be to do with Ireland? Maybe Portugal, maybe Greece, I don't know. But yeah, Germany, France are the lowest. And in between them actually, yeah, Norway as well, Denmark, Netherlands, and this coincides that these are the happiest countries in the world. Although Iceland's 36, interesting. Drop me a comment on this one and maybe lend a hand in explaining it if you are from any of these countries. Okay, next. This is the one I'm not sure, I believe. So this is Pluto compared to Australia. So apparently Australia is bigger than Pluto in terms of, like, you know, from one side to the other, not in terms of actual overall spherical mass. I'm not sure I believe that one. I've put shocking, maybe I should have put unbelievable. What do you think? Oops. Okay, freedom of the press. This is one that really got me, actually. So white is a good situation, yellow is satisfactory, and then go down to 10. So obviously places like China, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Sudan, where there's a massive issue with freedom of the press. Curiously, Russia, what year was this done? I think Russia's gone to a black now, but yeah, it's red on this map. But then worryingly, you know, Spain, France, the UK, Italy are all yellows as well, but kudos to Ireland, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Poland, Switzerland, Austria, Sweden, Finland, Norway, Iceland, and Canada, and of course lovely New Zealand, and Namibia, curiously enough, who are all in white. Anyone I've left off? I can't. Oh yeah, Costa Rica as well, apparently. Well done to you. What's your tipple? Beer, spirits, or wine? I'm a spirit guy personally, so I apparently would get on quite well with Ukrainians and Estonians. Swedish drinking wine? Yeah, I guess so. Although spirits must be like second, surely. And I'm shocked that beer is number one in Norway because it's insanely expensive. But then I guess all three of these things are. And Spain, beer. Yeah. France, wine. Yeah. Ireland, beer. Yeah. I can see some of these Italy wine. Yeah, this one seems pretty correct. Portugal wine. This one is a pretty one. The main biomes in the world. Just take a look at that pretty map. So tundra being at the top there. Look how colourful Australia is. How insane that a single country should have so many different biomes. Followed closely by Russia, of course, and the United States, but also Spain. Okay, what's up next? Regions of the UK. So this is very interesting for non-British people. So we got Northern Ireland, which so they've taken off the Republic of Ireland, which creates the island of Ireland there, to ensure that this regions of the UK is correct, because Ireland is not a region of the UK. So yeah, you've got Northern Ireland there, hanging by itself, and then you got Scotland and Wales. I thought they could have padded them out even just a little bit. For example, Wales, you got North Wales and South Wales, and Scotland, you got the Highlands and the Lowlands. But looking at England, this is probably going to be really interesting for you. Southwest is down there, so you've got places like Bristol and Plymouth. You got the southeast, so you've got all of the southern sort of Brighton down the bottom here, Portsmouth, Southampton, London, which is a region of its own, the east of England. You've got Cambridge, for example, Ipswich, Norwich, the East Midlands and the West Midlands. I do get them mixed up a little bit, but I think Birmingham is in the East Midlands. I might be completely wrong with this. And the West Midlands is more like Chester and stuff, right? Oh no, maybe that's in the... Oh, I don't know. Northwest, you've got Liverpool, Manchester, quite a few large footballing clubs. And then you got Yorkshire and Humber. So you've got Leeds, for example, and the northeast you've got Newcastle. What are kid-friendly curse words in different European languages? So blin, as in salmon and blinis, pancake. Picky, fat. Persica, peach. Järnspikar, iron nails. Försören, verhulen. By the cave. Chips, apparently, in the Netherlands and Belgium. Flip and feck. In Ireland, feck is totally acceptable. Over here, it'd be seen as a swear word, though. Schweibenkleister, window pane glue, apparently in German. Please comment and tell me if these are completely made up, because I used to live in Spain and I used to teach Spanish. I've never heard anyone say miércoles. Fogo, mercredi, cavolo, pishka, Gottfriedstutz, Kunik in the Czech Republic, Kurcze in Poland, Rahat in this area here. How curious. Moldova and most of Romania. And then how hot is it? So going back to the biomes, you've got this extremely hot part across here, and then the freezing cold at the top there. Again, looking at Australia in all its colours. And you can see the Arabian Desert, the Gobi Desert, the Patagonian Desert, Kalahari, and the Australian. I love the way that Britain and Ireland is just like wet. 30 people were asked to draw a map of the world from memory. Here are the digitally merged results. So in black, and then if you were to colour it in, pretty decent actually. I thought it was it's not a bad attempt. Again, always forgetting New Zealand. Bless New Zealand. So this is crazy. Closer to London, closer to Paris. So all of the Northern Hemisphere. And because the world is obviously a shape, it's not flat. It's therefore for New Zealand. The top part of New Zealand is close to London, and the bottom part is close to Paris. It took me a while of looking at this to work it all out, but it is, you know, correct as far as I can work out. And last one before you go to sleep. Beautiful map of time zones of the world. Because some of them are crazy. Iceland over here could be 2 hours different, but chooses to be on GMT. Spain chooses to be +1 when it should be GMT. Other crazy ones. Places like India actually are on a half an hour difference, as is the middle of Australia and Iran. Brazil has 2 different time zones. Argentina just chose the one, even though if you drive over the border then it's different in Bolivia and Paraguay. So by going north you actually go further on an hour, crazily. The states have got their 4, or technically 5 if you count Alaska. And lots of other really interesting things. The harder you look, the crazier it gets. For example, this bit here. I know the Earth is a circle, so it's not. The Earth is round, excuse me, so it's not like in straight lines as such, but it is a little bit curious when it gets to. So China's all 1. That's the craziest one, I think. So China's on +8 GMT, regardless of whether you're here or there. That is nuts. So there it'll be sunset, but technically that should be +9, and this should be +5. So 3 hours later it'll be the same setting of the sun or rising of the sun. Yeah, crazy. Okay, like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching.